Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Dummies on the Hardwood. I'm Bobby, Isaac's in the middle, and I got Benny right over there. Three dummies giving our own authentic takes, unfiltered thoughts and opinions on topics and storylines surrounding the NBA. So when Isaac came back from his sickness, he had a few choice words that he wanted to say to us. So Isaac, now that you're back, tell us what you want to
You
tell
guys
us.
think you're funny, huh? You guys think you're really funny talking about Dallas like that, and
I'm really
not me
funny,
here.
bro. I'm real funny.
You're real funny.
I'm real funny. I just want you to remind. I want to remind you, bro.
Real funny,
Bro, the
We'll
Mavs.
see.
The Mavs
We'll
are, just so you know, because I remember the stat now from the Mavs. I could be wrong. I could be butchering, but the Mavs are plus 1,000 to win the finals. And you know who's above them? The New York Knicks at plus 700. So Isaac, that should speak a ton of volumes. But anyway, Bobby, let's go ahead and let's proceed with this episode. Come on now.
Isaac, what do you got to say real quick?
Besides idiots being surrounded by idiots on a daily, how are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing well.
Life is
Isaac.
great, bro.
We're
So,
doing well, Isaac.
I'm here to say, since I've been sick, one thing I noticed: the Knicks are not a title contender, and
Really?
there's only one reason why
Really? Okay.
they're not a title contender.
All right,
Let me
let's
hear it.
hear
Let
it.
me hear
Let's hear it.
Mikal Bridges. Have you guys seen his highlights? Have you guys noticed his shooting?
No, I
His
haven't.
new shooting stroke.
I
I
saw
wanna
I
talk
saw a
about that.
video on that, but I didn't quite watch the
It
whole thing.
is
I
It
know
is
what you're talking about.
terrible.
That's something I want to talk about.
It is terrible.
But I want to save that for later. I want to say that. But that's a good point that you bring up. That's a good point.
I'm just ripping off the Band-Aid. The Knicks are not a title contender unless Mikal Bridges starts hitting those threes. He's 2 of
You hear that, New
18
Yorkers?
in the preseason. They are not a title contender because of Mikal Bridges.
Bro, you stole what I was going to say.
It's going to
but
take some time, but give us some time.
I'll tell you what situation I compare it to later on.
All right.
You guys think you're funny, huh? Notice
So-
the shirt I'm wearing.
Me and Benny had this conversation the other day, and by the way, I don't care about that shirt. But Benny, me and you had this conversation the other day. You know, we've received some comments in the comments section about our harsh criticism on the Dallas Mavericks, and it's not that we're being harsh. It's just that we're speaking the facts and we're calling how we see it. At the end of the day, we understand hoops. And I don't see the Mavericks being a team that just wows me, that jumps off the table. That's just me being real. I'm not bashing them. I'm just saying I don't see it. I don't see the Mavs as a legit title contender.
Man, way to start off an episode, man. We're going out here bashing the Mavs. Well, we're not really bashing the Mavs, but as we talked about earlier, I'm not really concerned about what the Mavs are doing right now. I can say the Wolves, the Nuggets, the Suns.
Wolves are not better than us.
Wolves, Nuggets, Suns.
The Nuggets are
and the
not
Lakers
better
are
than
better
us.
than the Mavs. The Lakers are better than the Mavs. But anyway, Bobby, what we got on store, man? You know, we got on store.
Isaac, get off what you need.
hurry
out
up,
what you
bro.
need,
So-
Isaac.
Let's move on because this will
Yeah,
just be a
yeah.
Mavericks-filled episode.
yeah, man,
Just-
come on,
we'll
Bobby.
get
Let's
to the
go.
show.
Proceed this episode. Let's see how this thing started.
Anyways, guys, opening night is 2 days away.
Yes, sir.
We got
About damn time.
a couple games on tap. We got the New York Knicks taking on the defending champions, Boston Celtics, in MSG, and then
No, it's in
we got-
Boston.
excuse me, at Boston,
In Boston,
at the TD Garden. Then we have Wolves Lakers at Crypto.com Center. So
Staples Center forever.
yeah, there's still Staples, but technically it's crypto. But anywho, neither here nor there. Will we have a repeat champion for the first time in a decade?
I don't think so.
Why do you think that, Isaac?
The East got better despite injuries already happening in the conference. The West got better, but Porzingis is already hurt. I know JT and JB championship hangover, but I don't know. Just everyone's going to be targeting Boston. And it's hard. There hasn't been a repeat champion, since the Golden State Warriors?
Since the Golden State Warriors, yeah. You know, what's his face? Joe Mazzulla said something earlier on the summer. He said, we don't want targets on our backs. We want targets right in our forehead, right between the eyes. Oh, you're going to get it this year.
You got to be careful.
That East is stacked. It's a better East than it was last year. A New York Knicks team that retooled. You got a Philadelphia 76ers team. Granted, PG, we're going to get to him later, but the Philadelphia 76ers, you got the Cleveland Cavaliers, Milwaukee Bucks, you can't really sleep on them. But at the end of the day, that East to me is just it's no longer. I think it's up in the air. But Boston, to me, right now is the clear front runner. But I'm interested to see how it's going to turn out throughout the season and whether or not the Celtics will be able to weather not having Kristaps Porzingis out on the floor, because they don't have a true big outside of Kristaps Porzingis and Luke Cornett, and they have Xavier Tillman. But I mean, who are you going to rely on a consistent basis at that 5 position?
Well,
That's just
let me remind you guys about what happened in the playoffs. And before you even start about saying the easy path, let me just remind you what happened. Kristaps Porzingis,
a dead horse at this point. Why you don't?
Kristaps Porzingis went down in the series against Miami. What happened? He came in. He missed about 9 games, right? About 9 games. Took care of the Cavs easily. And before we even start talking about Donovan Mitchell, the Cavs did have him for the first 2-3 games of the series. And what happened? Celtics still beat him. So I don't want to hear the whole Cavs thing. No. Throw that out the window. Then we came up against the Pacers. It's the Pacers. Like the Mavs did, they just got hot. And I'm not worried about Indiana. I'm not worried about them this year. Because if you ask me, they didn't really do anything to wow me. You know, the Cavs are better. You know, the Sixers are better. The Celtics got better. The Knicks got better. All those teams are better. So the Celtics have proved, before you interrupt me, the Celtics have proved that they do not need Kristaps Porzingis to win games. JT and JB are clearly the 2 leaders of the team. I don't know how many times I gotta say it, but if we look at how they performed in the series against the Cavs, the Heat, the Pacers, then the Mavericks, everybody was saying, "Oh, the Mavs are going to be a true test." All right, that was quick, gentleman's sweep. I think you remember that. So I know you got your Western Conference Finals shirt, but that's about it. That's about as the Mavs will go in the next 5 years, bro. I'm keeping it real with you because they're not doing it out west ever again. But to answer your question, Boston definitely has the tools to repeat. Am I going to say it's going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy, but they have the tools to repeat. They've got the experience. They're battle-tested. They're tough. Don't want to hear it no more.
Isaac, what do you got to say?
Did he just say battle-tested?
Well, technically they have been. JT, JB, they've been to finals since Isaac, 2017, 20. So I can
Isaac,
see
yeah,
that.
Tell me what's up with Lively, bro. Tell me what's up with that Mavs team, bro. Tell me what's up with the Mavs team.
We'll stay on the topic of the
Mavs
Knicks and
stink.
Celtics.
I don't want to hear it no more. All right, Bobby, proceed.
Isaac, what else do you have to say? Do you
can
have
agree to disagree at this point.
By the way, okay, no, go ahead, Isaac.
Because I have another point to make. Do you have anything to say?
You can go.
Okay. The reason why I'm saying the Celtics will not repeat this year is because JT, D. White, and Drew Holiday are all coming off an Olympic run. They're playing a year's worth of basketball, and they got to play an 82-game season. They've been playing basketball for a full year straight. You know, at the end of the day, who are they going to have other than Jaylen Brown's going to be probably the most fresh Celtic out there. And the starting 5. He was snubbed, but that's neither here nor there. But the point is just for me, I'm just concerned on how Boston is going to be able to maintain their title hopes. I think they will be in title contention, but I think JT, D. White, and Drew, they might be gassed out halfway through the season. They've been playing a year's worth of basketball.
Come on, man.
And the big situation, too, for me,
come on, man.
KP out for the whole year.
Man. He's not out for the whole year,
next.
Come on, man.
Out until the beginning of next year. Who's the starting center? Horford's 38 years old, and you're telling me you're going to rely on Luke Cornett? Xavier Tillman. And I mean, is Xavier Tillman is someone that's reliable?
Yes,
he's
is.
Steady, but he's not someone that's all. He's steady, but
that's all you need nowadays, bro.
Here's the thing: Benny's probably thinking of that mindset where like they can coast to it and then turn it on when they can. That's a dangerous game to play. Very, very dangerous.
Never said I thought like
that's
that.
That's pretty
bro.
much the mindset you guys are going with.
No, man, no, I'm not. I mean, no, it's not going to be easy though. But I mean, when you play in the Olympics like White, Holiday, and Tatum, I think that steps up your game a little bit. It forces you have to play better because you're playing against with the cream of the crop of different countries, bro. So
Tatum was warming the bench up.
I mean, yeah, that's questionable, bro. But coming into the year, the Celtics are the favorites, plus 290. Plus 290. I got my stats right here. Next up, team up is Oklahoma City at plus 690.
That ain't happening.
New York Knicks, plus 700.
That ain't happening.
And Dallas, plus 1,000. And we already went over that. But I'm just saying, like, The Celtics, I'm not going to say it's going to be an easy path. I'm not saying it. By all means, it's not going to be an easy path. But if you ask me opening night, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a real good game. I think personally the Celtics will come out of it. Is it going to be a double-digit blowout? But by no means. But I think it's going to be a high-scoring, high-octane game. Both teams going up and down the floor. My final is going to be 120, 128 Boston.
I'm more interested in the implementation of Cat. They just did training camp.
That's what I was about to say.
Actually, that's a good transition, Isaac. Because actually, Cat was the next person I want to talk about for the New York Knicks. Go ahead, Isaac, with your point.
I mean, like, they don't have Porzingis, like you pointed out. They're probably going to be an overreaction, like, oh, New York won the first game. They have Boston's number. Let's be honest. Benny, that's probably what's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen, like,
it's inevitable.
one day, one game, and they're like, oh, they're the favorites. Not really. Like I touched upon earlier. Cat can do really, really good when he wants to. But they traded, 7 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges?
They gave up a lot for Bridges.
And have you guys seen his shooting stroke?
So, speaking of that, and you stole what I was going to say, dude. I just did a little bit of research, right? I do think the addition of Cat helps the Knicks in the offensive end. I will say this. However, what I'm going to say is his new hitched shot, he's shooting 2 of 19 in the preseason, 0 of 10 in the preseason finale against Washington. Keep in mind, this dude is a career 38% from 3. 38% from 3.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
He barely shot 37% from 3 last year.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they try to start off the season with him, like, kind of going more in the paint, like a Joel Embiid-ish type, rather than
that's not his game,
not really stretching the floor. I mean, he's bigger.
Yeah.
He should take advantage, not take threes when he could just body someone down there.
I just look at the Cat addition as how can I put this? As a relief for Jalen Brunson. You know, because they got a reliable second scorer. Like Julius Randle, yeah, he's good. And he's a streaky scorer. But with Karl Anthony Towns, you know what you're going to get from him. 20 and 10 on a given night. He can stretch the floor. He could bully ball down low. So I'm looking at this as just like, hey, come playoff time, if Jalen Brunson needs a break, hey, Cat, we're going to need you to run some offense.
But where's Cat in the playoffs?
You know what? And that's what and that's a valid point. That's a fair and valid point. But the bottom line is I'm thinking that it's going to be a relief for Jalen Brunson. Because Jalen Brunson, I'm pretty sure he's tired. His back probably is hurting from carrying the Knicks throughout the playoffs. Man. Did you see? Karl Anthony Towns is going to be able to relieve that.
Did you see the series against the Pacers? Tibbs just damn near ran him to the ground.
He broke his hand.
Yeah, broke his hand. Josh Hart has sore abdominal muscle. The list, I forget who else was out. Anunoby pulled his hamstring.
That's another thing.
Come on, man.
Health. Because if you look realistically, historically, at the Thibodeau teams, what has constantly followed him wherever he goes to his players?
Health.
The true test is going to be with Mikal Bridges. OG's injury prone. Josh Hart might be hitting like his peak, and he is like an Iron Man, but last year you kind of saw him. Jalen Brunson can only play so much. And who do they have on the bench? Miles McBride? Who else?
Let's see here. They added Miles McBride. I'm thinking who else they added. They
have Precious Achiuwa. Precious Achiuwa is out.
Precious Achiuwa. They got this rookie Tyler Kolek. I haven't seen him.
I mean, if their starting 5 doesn't produce, who's going to produce from the bench? Along with the Mikal Bridges thing, like, you guys gave up 7 first-round picks for him.
That's a lot.
And he changed his shooting stroke, and he's shooting 2 of 18 from 3. 2 of 18. If you saw his shot before, it wasn't really broken. It was a little bit odd. But he was just, he even said in an interview, he was trying to fix it back to his college days.
Yeah, I read
but it's looking like a Cartwright situation where it looks just awful.
It's so bad. It's like a 2K. It's like a 2K shot.
I need to watch that video.
It's
He's
a 2K
pretty much shooting it from the top. He's not even coming from here. He's just like
so basically what he's saying is he gets to the top and then he stops and he hitches and then he shoots it.
Yeah.
So he's disrupting his rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, as a shooter, like, you know, if you have a disruption in your rhythm, it's game over. It can make or break you making 1 3 versus 3 threes.
I agree. Okay, that's
I mean, nothing was wrong with the shot. I understand him trying to like go back to his college days, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
I'm saying it right now. They're not a championship contender if Mikal Bridges continues to shoot like this.
Yeah, I think for the New York Knicks, it's going to come down to the health.
I
the
still
end of the
think the
day.
Knicks are going to be a contender. I personally do. Yeah, I still think they're going to come out of the East along with Boston. However, if assuming that all goes, the plan, if I take my objective bias out the way, if things work, in the Celtics' favor, by all means, I do want my Celtics to be in there. However, I am aware that, Karl Anthony Towns does help them a little bit. He does give them a little significant push, but it's just one of those things where I don't know how I feel about it. Cat is a good addition, but then again, I want to see how it plays out before I make any predictions. But I do think the Knicks going to make some noise up there with Boston. They damn near better than Philly.
I think another. Okay, questionable.
Hold up, wait, you think Philly's better than New York?
If they're healthy, yeah.
Bro, what? Wait, what? Did you hear this dude? He literally said the Sixers are better than the Knicks. Do you agree or disagree with that statement? Come on, man.
And what aspect are you talking
Come
about,
on, man.
Isaac?
Isaac, don't be killing me.
Big three are healthy. Role players step up.
Bro, Embiid, PG, Maxey, Brunson, Towns, and I mean you could argue Anunoby or Bridges. That's 4.
I can't take Bridges with this shooting.
The
right now.
only reason why I take New York is because of their defense.
New York is a better defensive
It's a
team.
better
bro.
defensive-minded
PG,
team.
Tyrese Maxey.
But if you're
can't
telling
guard.
me overall talent, I'm taking the Philadelphia 76ers.
That's what I mean. And then
because they got better overall talent. Joe,
are you taking in a 7-game series Embiid or Cat? Embiid or Cat?
I'll take Cat.
Because both of them have some really questionable playoff performances.
Yeah, they're both questionable.
But I'm taking Joel Embiid.
They're both questionable, but
I'm taking Joel Embiid.
I mean, yeah, I know I said Cat sucks, but I mean,
How did you not see what he did on one knee last year?
Wait, hold up. But also, too, yeah, I do agree that was a good performance. However, all I'm saying is that I think, Embiid already said he's not playing back-to-backs. Like, KG already ripped his ass for saying, like, dude, bro, why you ain't playing back-to-backs? All I'm saying is, like, I think Cat, maybe he's got a new sense of urgency. Maybe he's playing under a new coach. Whatever it is, I think he's going to help the Wolves in the playoffs. I really do think if the Wolves, Knicks, I mean, I think he's going to help the Knicks. I'm just saying, man, I'll take his support system. I trust New York's support system over Philly's.
You trust New York?
Yeah, I trust New York.
I trust Philadelphia. I trust Philadelphia.
I trust New York.
I trust Philadelphia.
That's fine. You guys can say that, but I trust New York.
If you're really going to count on Cat to defend the paint consistently.
Well, I'll take him. I trust him.
Bobby, move on.
To defend? All right. Speaking of that, we're gonna talk about Cat's old team, the Wolves and the Lakers. The new look Wolves. No Cat, but they added Dante DiVincenzo.
That's a good addition.
And Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man. Is he going to take that leap forward this year? Is he going to be the man?
I mean, last year he was averaging 25, 5, and 5.
MVP caliber season, would you say?
46 from the field, 36 from downtown. I think he is going to take it. However, there's the West. The league is too talented these days.
They did get worse with the Julius Randle thing. But
I don't really think they got worse. I don't think so.
How?
I don't think so.
How?
Dude, you still got...
How?
Bro.
How? Please explain this to me. How?
Can I explain how?
How?
Can I explain? All right. Here's some stats I pulled up, all right? So, before Julius Randle went down and he dislocated his shoulder, he was done for the year. This man was averaging 24 and 9 on 47% from the field. He was shooting 34% from 3. That man went healthy. Oh, most definitely. I'll take him over Cat. Absolutely. I think that this is going to be an addition instead of a subtraction. We're forgetting about Julius Randle. We forgot his upside when he was with the Lakers. You remember when he was with the Lakers? Ton of upside. Easy 2010 dude. Easy. And he did it in New York. He's going to do it again in Minnesota. However, I really think he's going to be trade bait. Because I think he's going to be traded. Granted, if the Wolves want to keep him, that's just my opinion.
My thing with the whole addition of Julius Randle is
he's tunnel vision.
Not only that, but also too, it clogs up the paint.
There's no shooting.
Yeah, they're like now you have Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert. We know damn well Rudy Gobert is not a threat from the outside. Julius Randle is not a consistent threat from the outside. So what teams can do right now, if I'm other teams, I'm scouting them, I'm zoning them. I'm putting them in a 2-3 zone, and I'm gonna make them beat you. Make us beat you from the 3-point line. Beat us. Because who's their reliable 3-point shooter? I mean, there's Mike Conley.
He's getting up there.
He's getting up there in age.
He's
getting up there. Jaden McDaniels
Anthony
cannot
Edwards.
shoot threes.
He's like
Anthony Edwards,
an average 3-point shooter.
And that's what I'm saying. So the T-Wolves,
Nas Reed, forget about Nas Reed.
We're not forgetting about Nas Reed, but there has to be someone more than
Dante
Nas.
DiVincenzo.
the bottom
Oh my
line,
God,
the bottom fucking line is that the Wolves do not have shooting to space to give Anthony Edwards a runway. Because Anthony Edwards is still developing his 3-point shot. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
He's still developing his 3-point shot. His strong suit is attacking the rim.
Yeah.
So if you have a clock paint, you're not going to attack the rim. You're going to settle for jump shots.
Who are the scorers on the Wolves? List them off right now. Besides Anthony Edwards.
So obviously we got Anthony Edwards. Obviously Julius Randle. I think Julius Randle is going to be a scorer. I'm giving the third leading scorer. I think Jaden McDaniels.
How many?
I think
You think
Jaden
so?
McDaniels is going to average 12 or 13 a game.
You're insane.
20? I said 12 or 13.
12. Okay, that's reasonable.
He's gonna go more like 8, 7 points.
Come on,
I think
man.
12, 13.
12, 13. Nas Reed's going to come in off the bench, put in 13,
I think
14 a game.
realistically, Nas Reed is going to be the third option. This just to be real. He's the third
Yeah,
option.
I mean, like, look, all I'm saying is this. Like, Julius Randle, he's not a great shooter, but say you take out Gobert, you sacrifice a little bit of defense.
No, you sacrifice a lot of defense.
Well, yeah, you sacrifice some defense. But, I mean, you got good perimeter defense. I mean, whatever.
But that only does so much.
But, I mean, look, all I'm saying is, like, if you put in Nas Reed, you put in Julius Randle, just go 5 out. That's easy. Clear runway for Ant-Man to do his thing. That's it.
Yeah, but don't you remember what happened last year?
What happened last year, Isaac?
He got tired.
Well, yeah, because because no one else helped him.
So what makes you think if you have him attack the basket, he's not going to get tired by the end of the third or fourth quarter?
Well, I'm saying he was doing too much. That's the thing. He needed to learn how to back up and
So
get his teammates
the option
involved.
is to give it to Julius Randle.
And Nas Reed. Isaac, I don't want to hear your Julius Randle slander, bro. Stop with
it's
the Julius
not
Randle slander.
It's just
I trust him, bro. I think it's gonna fit in Minnesota.
how.
I just explained how it's
How?
gonna fit in Minnesota.
How?
Isaac.
And the minute he doesn't make shots, what is he going to do? Is he going to play defense? Does he play defense? Answer me that.
No.
Does he rebound? Does he pass the ball?
Bro, the dude's a 24. Bro, I just listed off the stats. This dude's a damn near 25 and 10 dude. Isaac.
Okay. Does he
come on.
move the ball?
Come on. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And I'm sure in this new offense with Chris Finch, I think Julius Randle's going to be a little bit more level-headed and realize, like, hey, I got to get my team involved.
I think what's going to happen is the paint's going to get clogged, and Julius Randle's going to put up probably about 18 points per game. Anthony Edwards, I think, in my opinion, I think Anthony Edwards is in for an MVP caliber season despite all this. I think he's clearly proven himself as the man of the T-Wolves, and I do think wholeheartedly Anthony Edwards could actually beat the so-called favorite to win the MVP this year, Luka Doncic. And I think that Anthony Edwards,
He's up there.
He's a dark
He's up
horse.
there.
He's a dark horse. He actually might win it.
Just put me out of my misery at this point, man.
I'm not disrespecting.
God.
We're just
We
here.
didn't do anything. Apparently, we're in the Sahara Desert, not freaking picking up soldiers. God. Cut that out.
Say teams that need to pick up soldiers. What about the LA Lakers? What do you guys think of them?
I think the bigger storyline will be your first game and, like, the coaching system. You guys look really, really good. I have to admit, I've seen the highlights. There's actually more ball movement. It's not just give the ball to LeBron.
Yep.
Dalton Connect went off that last game. You guys seem to have your defense set a little bit, but you guys are going to have to shoot consistently.
That's the issue. Yep. I agree. The Lakers issue is it's going to come down to can you make threes?
And you need a big man.
At the end of the day, here's what I'll say. The Lakers will go as far as LeBron takes them.
The Lakers will go as
Yep.
far as Anthony Davis will take them.
I say LeBron.
Because that's Anthony.
You can't count on AD down the stretch.
I mean, look, here's all I have to say, right? LeBron is going to be LeBron this year. AD needs to step up and show up. If this man can play like he was in New Orleans and he can put up 20, 15, shooting 47% from the field, at least 36, 35% from three, I mean, this man's going to be a baller. All I'm saying is like he needs to stay healthy. And with JJ Redick, I do agree. When I did watch him, I was like, oh shit, they actually look really good. So I might have to take back my JJ Redick comment. You know, I didn't think he was going to look good, personally, if you ask me. But I'm going to have to eat my words. There's more ball movement. Everything looks crisp. And I do agree it's not so much all LeBron doing the work. You know what I mean?
They're not a championship contender team,
No,
but they look
absolutely not.
much better than they have in the past few years.
Absolutely not. They can be a potential Western Conference final contender. Potential. If everything falls into place. But I just don't think they can beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. I just don't think. I personally don't think that they can beat the Thunder. I just think that the Thunder are more talented than the Lakers. That's just my personal opinion.
You want to hear my bold take? If Vando can return to full health and Lakers can get a starting caliber center, Valanciunas or Capella to complement AD, Lakers will win the West. Lakers will win the West. We won the West. We won the championship in 2020. We won the championship in 2020 having 80 at the 4. We get a 5 such as Valanciunas or Capella, and I think the Lakers are going to win the West.
Did you just say Valanciunas?
Lakers need a big body big.
A championship contender.
I think he adds something, but
he'll add something, but you no.
But do not stop talking about Jared Vanderbilt. I'm done. I don't want to hear about Jared Vanderbilt.
Use the Energizer, buddy, Laker fans. You know that.
No more. I don't
Every Laker fan knows that.
He has to make a shot. I'm not destroying his defense. He's a very, very good defender.
Yes.
He needs to make an open shot.
Add more to your goddamn game.
I agree. I agree.
You know what? No, hold up. Before you even start with that, I think what's going to happen if you guys do end up going for a big, Vando's going to be part of the deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it's Gabe Vincent.
Gabe Vincent. Come on. What's he proving?
If I'm any
What's he proving?
I'm taking Vando 10 times over before I take Gabe Vincent.
Stop
Vando is the key to the Lakers.
Stop it,
Vando is the key to the Lakers.
Give me a scenario where you trade Gabe Vincent for a center. Please.
You trade out Gabe Vincent to Atlanta.
For what?
You get Clint Capella.
Oh, my God.
And you give up your 2031 draft pick.
That is a stupid trade.
And then you give up DeAndre Hunter goes back.
And then you get Clint Capella.
That is an absolutely god-awful trade. Why would you trade a pick?
Bro,
for Clint Capella,
the Twilight
who's on
years,
an expiring contract.
Just so you know, I just want you to be very clear about this, Bobby. You do realize that the Lakers championship window is going like this, right?
I see
it's going like that, all right?
So more like this.
That's what I'm saying. It's just shrinking. So all I'm saying is like the Lakers don't start doing nothing. Their championship window's done. Because if you trade that pick, it's game over. Because the next 4 or 5 years, who you gonna have? Who you gonna have?
Dalton Connect, Austin Reeves.
Tell me outside of that. Who you got after? Come on. You guys drafted Bronny James. Y'all drafted Bronny James. We forgot about Bronny James.
The savior of the Lakers franchise.
Exactly. What he's just said. Come on.
Savior.
Come on. No, I said this last week. I say it again. I'm going to keep bashing the pick. It's not against Bronny, but it's against the Lakers for please LeBron. That's a kiss-ass behavior. I don't like that shit. But anyway, no. Don't trade that pick. That's a dumbass trade. What you should do instead is you should trade him to Atlanta, give up Vando, ship out. They can ship out DeAndre Hunter and Clint Capella and then give you guys a pick. That's what should really happen. That's what should happen. And this dumbass trade talking about Jared Vanderbilt gotta help. Get out of here.
Jared Vanderbilt's the key to the Lakers.
I don't want to hear no more. I'm done. We're done talking about Jared. We're done talking about this Lakers talk, bro. This shit get me hot every time. Vanderbilt.
Speaking of who's going to get hot, who do you guys have for your opening night predictions? Isaac, who are your opening night predictions?
I got New York, and I want to say the Lakers. The Lakers. I want to give credit to the Lakers. I feel the implementation of Randall, since it's been so late, I'm going to give it to the Lakers and to the Knicks.
You're going to give the Lakers and the Knicks?
Yeah. I'm giving it to the Celtics and the Lakers. I personally think it's going to be the Celtics and the Lakers. It's going to be a good game. They're both going to be good games. But, I just trust the Celtics a little bit more, the Lakers as well. Also, speaking of Dalton Connect, we cannot forget about that man's performance.
I want to get to Dalton Connect's performance, but I want to hear Isaac's. What's your final score prediction?
For which game?
For both games.
Lakers and Wolves. I want to say like 105, 100.
Damn, you going
Okay.
defensive game, bro.
I feel because
Okay.
like if JJ Redick is really about defense, this first game will show it.
I'm saying
This first game will
117,
show it.
109.
117, 109.
117, 109.
Knicks. There's not the Knicks and Celtics. I don't think there's going to be much defense played. Let's be honest. I'm
No,
going to say 115, 120.
I say 128, 120 Boston.
I'm taking 105, 96 Lakers.
Oh, come on.
And then I'm taking
That's a low scoring game. Whoa.
Knicks, Celtics. I'm going to take the Celtics. They're going to win game night. I think Jaylen Brown's going to play like a man possessed.
As my man Skip Bayless said, he is the baddest man on the planet.
He is.
He's the one who scares me, not JT.
You know who's another man that should scare you? Dalton Connect.
Yeah, did that do? Ooh-wee. I'll give him credit.
He looks good.
He looked good. He looks
Game.
good.
Let's relax.
It is
Yeah.
one game, but you have to like what you see.
I do.
I mean,
Absolutely.
this dude put up 20 straight points, and the dude could not miss.
Oh, I agree, and also not to shame him. In all fairness, too, he was playing against scrubs.
he was. But the bottom
You know?
line is, we saw what
Yeah,
Dalton
I agree.
Connect can do on a night-to-night basis. He just solidified that the Lakers are not going to trade him. They're not. They're not going to give up Dalton Connect. They made that mistake before. They're not going to make this mistake again.
And it
you're
makes
sure
that
about
Bron-
that?
and it makes that Bronny pick not look good.
It doesn't
It
make
makes Bronny look expendable at this point because then we know who's a real talented rookie. But we all knew that. We all knew that before it was coming.
Dalton Connect put up 18 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists per game in the preseason. 18 and 4 in the preseason.
And if you ask me what
second most points scored in the preseason total.
I think this man's going to be like a really, I don't want to say he's a superstar.
He'll be a sharpshooter.
He's a sharpshooter. He can create his own
He
shot.
can work on his defense a little more.
Yes. I wouldn't say he gives me Mike Miller vibes because Mike Miller was more of a catch and shoot, put the ball on the floor.
Maybe
He's a bucket.
maybe like a
this
3-level
guy's a
scorer.
bucket.
Maybe.
The only difference is Connect's a 3-level scorer. Drive, shoot, and
He can hit his free throws.
and hit the free throws. Yes, and if he works on his defense, I do agree. But yes, Dalton Connect, he's looking really good for the Lakers.
Yeah,
Best pick by the Lakers so far. I think he's the steal of the draft.
And I was just about to bring that up. How did he fall 17th?
Well, I mean, because teams worry about his injury history.
The injury history and his age. But this goes to show you, like last year's draft with Jaime Jaquez, those 4-year players, they know how to play and they got a great feel for the game. And you could see it in Dalton Connect.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So we're going to hop into the Philadelphia 76ers. Embiid not playing back-to-backs and the impact of PG.
Well, remember what I said earlier? KG ripped him. Did you guys see that quote earlier?
Yep.
You got your draft going
Apparently,
on.
someone else got the memo too.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm in my draft, guys, so
Just ignore that.
yeah, ignore that.
It's not the Lakers championship banner going up. Don't worry.
Exactly. 76 are in trouble. Yes, KG basically ripped Joel Embiid, basically saying like, "Man, this is what you signed up for. You playing 82 games, and you out here saying I don't think you ever play back-to-back games again, bro. Why'd you sign that big ass contract for? Like, what's someone tell me what the whole deal is with that?
Players are going to get paid. I mean, let's be honest. It's not his fault. It's his body's fault.
Yeah, I mean, also too, like you can't control that too. Hold on. You can't control that. I think if he put in a little bit more work in the offseason, I'm sure he could.
The thing is, Embiid started as a back to the basket player, so he's always used to being on the heavier side, so that way he can bully them. But he's more of a 3-level scorer, and the taller that you are and the heavier that you are, the more that you strain yourself. And if you were a little bit lighter, like say like a Bam Adebayo, like a Kristaps Porzingis, they're not really muscular or heavy. They're more light on their feet.
Bam's strong. He's muscular, bro.
Yeah.
that dude's strong.
But he's not like
more
built,
light.
he's not like super. He's like very lean.
Yeah, he's lean. He's not. Yeah.
I think this opens up an opportunity for the Heat actually to make some noise. Maybe like a 6 or 5 seed.
You think so?
Because of Bam Adebayo, I'm calling it right now. He's going to be an all-star.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
He's going to
with
be
that.
an
I
all-star.
agree.
He's going to shoot like 35% from 3. He's going to lead the Heat to the 5th or 6th seed. I'm calling it right now.
5th or 6th seed. I'll take
Yes.
Chicago over them before that happens.
But MB not playing back-to-backs is going to really hurt the Sixers.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
It's
the
going to
Philly.
hurt the Sixers.
It's gonna hurt the Philly.
Because now you don't have PG for a month. for indefinite amount of time. So
You did not just take Vucevic over Bam out of freaking bio.
Hey,
we
Lonzo
talk
Ball's coming
we
back.
talk about skill set. I'm taking Vucevic.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
On 1 week,
Dude.
that this happened.
Hey, Josh Giddey and Lonzo Ball, that's going to be dimes for days. Can't forget about that. That's all I'm going to say, Isaac. Anyway.
Ball and Josh Giddey in the same sentence.
Dude,
There's a difference.
we're also going to be
One
talking
can
about...
play defense, one can shoot. One only passes. I wonder who's who.
We also can't forget about the PG impact. You know what I mean? Because Paul George, that was the whole point of him signing with Philly, is to help do something in Philly, and now he's hurt. But he said it's not as bad as it seems to be. So I don't know how y'all feel about that.
I don't know. PG, not even the season has started, and he's already hurt. And you got him being not playing back to backs.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. I know they can be a top 5 team, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're a second round exit because of these injuries.
Yeah, Philly looks like to me like a second round exit. I mean, look, like I said, if PG and Joel Embiid are healthy, I do think that they're going to be a good threat. However, with them being hurt, it just really doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? And PG, we know his injury history. We know Joel Embiid's history. And you tell me you rely on Tyrese Maxey to carry the team? They got a bunch of old veterans. You know what I mean? Like Kyle Lowry, Eric Gordon. I mean, Kelly Oubre's still good. But that rookie Jared McCain looks good. I'm not gonna lie, he looks good.
I haven't seen Jared McCain.
He
play.
looks insane.
He's got a good feel for it. Was he his 2-year player? He looks
2-year player.
really good.
He has like possible
really
like 3-and-D potential.
Yeah, 3D for a guard his size.
Oh wow,
he's gonna look good.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Unfortunate that he fell and hurt himself.
Yeah,
in that
lung
preseason.
contusion, man. Yeah, speedy recovery for that. Also, guys, we can't forget about the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis. How we feeling about that?
Ooh. Speaking of Giannis,
Giannis is getting.
I just drafted Giannis, by the way. But Giannis's future with the Bucks does not look too bright. You know, they in a East that just got even more powerful. The Bucks look like they took, instead of 2 steps forward, they took 2 steps back.
They don't have any picks to trade.
They don't have any picks to
They
trade.
traded that for Damian Lillard. What else do they have? They signed Torian Prince and Gary Trent Jr. Chris Middleton's old. He hasn't even been able to practice. And you got Brook Lopez, who's close to 40. And you're relying on Damian Lillard, who he didn't work out last season, which might do something, but he's almost 30, 35?
Almost 35.
And Giannis, Giannis is going to do his thing, but then who's on the bench? Bobby Portis?
That's about it.
Bobby Portis is Bobby Portis,
I know,
man.
but let's be honest, he's the only real reliable scorer.
Yeah, him, and you can rely content, but content, the thing is with content, he's just yeah, he adds a little bit of dimension for the Bucks, but Torian Prince adds that 3-and-D scoring. So is Gary Trent Jr. I mean, the Bucks, I think they're gonna be a middle of the pack team. I see them as a 4th or 5th seed.
The Bucks?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
they're
Bucks are
about they're 4th or 5th. 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
And with the coaching,
Doc's on the
Yeah.
hot seat.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense to me why you'd fire a coach who was like 32-17 entering the All-Star break. And then now you hired Doc Rivers, who just basically took over after the All-Star break. And it just didn't make sense to
he
me.
even said, "Why did you guys hire me? I don't think you guys needed to hire me."
No, I mean, so can you blame Doc? But I mean, maybe he did have something to do with it because he was the first coach hired. I mean, after all,
Money talks.
that's all I'm saying.
Money talks.
That's all I'm saying, man. But I mean, like I said, I think the Bucks just have no sense of direction no more. They're done. The first person to go in this domino effect is Giannis, and then you start shipping out Middleton, and you start shipping out Brook Lopez, and everything in Milwaukee's torn down because it's no good no more. It's no good, you know.
If you're a team looking at which teams are looking to poach Giannis away,
Golden State Warriors.
I think Golden State definitely has a good
Golden
chance.
State Warriors
Golden
because
State.
Kuminga hasn't been signed yet. Remember
they
that
just re-signed Moses Moody.
they re-signed
Yeah,
Moses
3 years,
Moody.
39
And how do you
mil.
think that's gonna look?
reasonable.
But how
It's
do you think?
reasonable.
But how do you think it's gonna look towards Jonathan Kuminga?
But
You prioritize Moses Moody over me.
But the dude didn't even play that much. That's what doesn't sit well with me.
That's the point. That's the point. Jonathan Kuminga is gonna look at that deal and be like, "Oh, okay. You prioritize someone who barely plays versus me, who contributed 17 points per game last year. Granted, it was in the second half during the season, but at the end of the day, Jonathan Kuminga is your future.
He proved more.
He's your future.
But they clearly value Podziemski and Moody. Anyway, yeah, this Warrior talk is completely something different. All I'm saying is,
I would say a team to watch out for is the San Antonio Spurs or the OKC Thunder for Giannis.
OKC and what?
OKC and San Antonio.
OKC and San Antonio. Okay.
Young
Antonio, I
players.
can see.
They got young players and they got picks.
Someone like a Vassell or Keldon Johnson going out to Milwaukee.
With Wemby?
Yeah, if you get Wemby and Giannis.
That's scary.
Yeah. Wemby and Giannis, yeah.
That's gonna be something, dude. That's gonna be something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But look, like I said, the Bucks, if they don't figure this out shit out soon, the rebuild process, I think the rebuild process starts opening night.
You think?
It's gonna start opening night because that game 1 is gonna determine what direction the Milwaukee Bucks are going. That's just what it is.
Yeah, the Bucks.
Is it title or bust?
It's a boom or bust season for the Bucks.
It's not title or bust. They're not competing.
It's a boom or bust for the for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Absolutely.
Because if the Milwaukee Bucks don't make it past the second round, Giannis is like, I'm out. And then you got to blow up that whole team.
When's the last time they've been past the second round?
Was it
not since the title, right?
Because in 2023 they lost to the Miami Heat. Was it 4-2? I think.
Yeah.
Then last year they lost to the Indiana Pacers.
In 6,
granted, yeah, in 6. But granted, they didn't have Dame and Giannis. It's debatable, but at the end of the day, you still got put away teams. You know what I mean? So that speaks to the talent level of the Bucks. The Bucks aren't as good as people think they are.
Yep.
I think the Bucks are done. If you ask me, they're done.
You think so?
Yeah.
Unless
I know so.
Some stroke of luck, the fate falls their way.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. They're done.
All right. Well, Benny, you mentioned before the episode that you wanted to bring up something.
No, I think we already discussed it. We already discussed it. But just so you guys know, the Celtics have a plus 290 chance to win the finals. Number 2, you got OKC at 690. 3, New York at 700. And then your Mavs at 1,000. So
we'll make it back.
All right, Isaac. Okay, you can go ahead and
yes. Clay shot 0 of 9. People, relax.
Do you have anything else to say, guys, before we log off?
Again, thank you for the support. We appreciate the love and support. Thank you for supporting us on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, wherever you may be, Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We appreciate your support. Thank you. Thank you for supporting Dummies.
You got anything, Isaac?
Najee Marshall?
I don't want to hear nothing about Najee Marshall.
Take us to the end, bro. I'm not going to talk about Najee Marshall.
Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Dummies on the Hardwood. Bobby, Benny, Isaac. You guys got any shout-outs?
Shout out to Juan, Big Juan, our high school.
Shout out to you, Sloppy.
Yeah, shout out to Big
bro.
Sloppy, baby.
Shout out to you,
shout
bro.
out to you, bro. Appreciate the love, man.
Dallas in the finals. We're going back.
And we appreciate all your support, fans. We appreciate all your support. Appreciate it. Thank you.
These 2 dummies while I was gone.
And on that note, we're out.
I'll see y'all.
Yeah.
Right.